Hi kids, so we are here standing in the portico of the Pantheon with the incredible Egyptian granite monolithic columns here. And if my friends and I were to join hands around the column, oh, don't touch, sorry, I'm used to touching. Okay, I guess we just almost got arrested. If we were to join hands, the three of us could join hands around the column, okay? So now we're going to walk through the portico. If you remember from my video earlier, okay, that's not a phone, whatever. If we were to walk through the portico, you can see it still feels like a rectangular structure. And then you walk in. And when you walk into the portico, it's filled with space, filled with light. You're immediately drawn up to the oculus. And one gets an incredible sense of space. So kids, I'm not going to talk because I want you to really hear and feel the space of the Pantheon as we look around. So the Pantheon is 44 yards high of unsupported space, 44 yards in width of unsupported space. If you remember in class, we talked about the incredible nature of the dome, and how it was the first time in history that anyone was able to create a dome of this height and this amount of unsupported space. And that in 2,000 years almost, it hasn't cracked even once. This building has never been restored other than cleaning. It has needed no structural reconditioning. It is perfect. And as I have said to you many times in class, this is on a fault line. So, if you look up, you'll notice there are many different things that contribute to the stability of the dome. One of them is the lightening of the ceiling by the coffers. It releases thousands of tons of weight and pressure. Another, of course, is the oculus itself. The oculus takes the kind of accumulated pressure and force of the weight pushing toward it and disperses it around the circumference. It's kind of like the architectural equivalent of many hands lightening the work. And then another thing which we can't see is under the dome, as you travel upward, the mix of the volcanic rock that makes the cement gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Fewer stones, more volcanic tufa, so that the mix on each kind of ring is a different mix of concrete, so that at the very top of the dome, it's just extraordinarily light, thus once again relieving the pressure of the dome. What one is supposed to feel as one walks in is just an extraordinary sense of the space. Because remember, this was the largest unsupported space that had ever existed historically in the world, not just in Europe, which is often the case. Europeans often say, well, this is the blah, 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 first in the world. It's almost never true. This was, in the world, the largest unsupported space. Half a football field wide, half a football field high. No interior structural support. Around the edges, in the niches that are up here that are empty, would have been statues of the gods, I think, but we're not sure. In today's Pantheon, they have the tomb of the first king, which often has guards, and in fact does today. They're volunteers. They guard the tomb of the king, and around um, the church. There are altars for prayer, and Raphael is very famous.